everyone. Happy Monday. I'm Angie with the Painted Feather, and I'm live here on the Dixie Belle paint page on Monday night. How are you doing? As you arrive, let me know where you are watching from tonight. And I am a retailer in Northern California, in Santa Rosa to be exact, and not seeing anybody on here yet, so I'm actually going to check my iPad. It is showing live, but not seeing anybody, so let's see here. Oh, there is one person on. So as you arrive, let me know where you're watching from tonight, and if you have used Dixie Belle paint before. I'm going to adjust my light a little bit here. Okay, hi B from Santa Rosa. Hi Linda, how are you? I hope you got your paintbrush today. So tonight what we're going to work on is I have this little box here. This is a box that used to hold silverware. Lots of these around. Hi Michelle. Hi Kathy. Hello Angela Miller. Nice name. Let me know where you guys are watching from. And like I said, you're on Dixie Belle Paint tonight, and I am here every Monday night. Hello Carrie from Alberta, Canada. Hi Ellen. So I am really into upcycling furniture and other little projects. Hello Madison from Ohio. Hi Shelley from South Louisiana. And I have this little box here. Thanks Linda from Arkansas. Hello Alicia. So I love to use these boxes as like little art boxes. And actually I'm going to show you what I've done with mine. I've turned a little silverware box into a box to hold my paint brushes, and I just love it, and I want to share how to do this with everybody. Hello Trina from Vancouver. So let me show you mine. I painted this box and I have all my paint brushes in it, and look at how you can store these boxes. Isn't that cute? Hello Terry from Texas. Hi Dixie Belle Paint. So isn't this a great place to hold your brushes? Like there used to be knives up here. Hello Magdalena. Hi Maureen. And then I've got all my awesome Dixie Belle paint brushes in here. And so I just want to show everybody how to do this. You can usually pick up these boxes for not a whole lot of money, and it's just a fun little project to work on, and could be a project that you do like for a paint class or for just a fun project at home to work on. So I have already cleaned this piece. Thank you, Shelley. I've already cleaned this piece. I've scuff sanded it. Hi, Catherine. And then I put a coat of actually two colors. I have a base coat, hi Terry, of rustic red, hi Javier, and rusty nail. So these are two of Dixie Belle's reds, kind of orange red and more of a rustic red color. Love these things. You're gonna pick one at an estate sale. You should do that, Madison. So I'm an antique dealer on top of being a paint retailer, and I come across these all the time, and so I think I'm going to do one for a paint class really soon here. And I just want to show people just different things that you can use to make these really, really cute. So tonight we will be using, I love mixing rusty red colors with blues. So I'm going to be adding a dry brush coat of peacock, antebellum blue, and I already opened these so they're not so stuck, and pure ocean. So we're gonna put these colors first coat down. Then instead of doing like a wash over them, I'm gonna do a wash, but I'm gonna do it with the Voodoo gel stain, and we'll just do kind of a light wash with these. Hi Ronnie, how are you? And if you guys are retailers on here, let me know where you're watching from, and you can tag your store, let everybody else know where your store is, and maybe you can connect with somebody. So I'm going to show you how to do a wash with the Voodoo gel stain. These are water-based products, really, really awesome. We'll talk about those. And then one of my favorite things, we're going to use a Mandala stencil. And this is a silk screen stencil by Dixie Belle. And actually when you buy this, you get all three of these in the box. So if you haven't seen these yet, now tonight you're going to see these. And we're gonna put the Gemstone Mousse over this, okay? That's what we're gonna use on our stencil. So we're gonna use a few different colors of the Gemstone Mousse. So we've got a lot to cover. If you have any questions, feel free to send them to me. And if I don't see them, Dixie Belle is on here. Hello, Michelle, okay, in Maine. Sadie's on Maine and Elburn, Illinois. All right, so let's get going because I've got an ambitious schedule for us tonight. So I'm gonna turn you down a little bit here so you can see what we're doing. Hopefully the lighting is okay for you guys. Yeah, you have those. All right, so this is gonna be really fun. I'm just gonna go fast and get a dry brush coat on that. And when I say dry brush, just go on with a dry brush, that's what that means. And okay, this is a box that used to hold silverware box, antique silverware box. Okay, so I'm gonna do all 3 of these blue tealy colors on this, but I'm gonna let a little bit of this red kind of peek through. So this is gonna be the first coat, and then we're gonna dry that. And I kind of want a boho feel to this. And I also want it to be dark enough so you can see, hi Deb, how are you? Watching from Pennsylvania, welcome. I want this to be dark enough to where the impact is really made with the metallic. So on camera, it really helps if I kind of put a darker base coat on for you. I have found out now that I've been doing these lives for a little bit. So just putting this dry brush, this color right here is Antebellum Blue. Get around the front here. And we're gonna do all 3 of these colors because I like to have variable colors on the boho pieces that I do. And any blue with red usually works out pretty well. So just a little tip for you. If you wanna make a kind of fun and funky boho finish, it's really nice to use these colors together. So see how that's looking so far? Okay, I wish my lighting was a little better here. I might try to fix that. So hello Lou from Georgia. Let me see if I can get my light adjusted a bit here. Okay, hold on. Okay, I think that might be a little better there. All right, perhaps. Well, I'll tip it up for you guys so you can see it as we go. Okay, so that is Antebellum Blue. Now I'm gonna go in, I don't have very much on my brush. When you're dry brushing, just a little bit, you can be very light hand on here. And these colors are going to blend a little bit where they touch. That's okay. So we're gonna do this. I actually don't know if I'm gonna use the Voodoo gel stain. Now that I'm seeing these colors together, I'm kind of really liking how this is going. And sometimes you think about how you're gonna do a project and you start doing it and then you change your mind, and a girl can change your mind. So, all right, your chair is looking good. Isn't my chair looking nice? Yeah, I did this with the silk. It's holding up really, really well. I have the project that I worked on last week sitting here too. I might have to show you guys that. I did some patina painting on some bunnies for Easter last week, and I worked on them after my live, and they're looking really, really good now. So I might show you guys that in a second here. If I miss your questions, I will go back and review and answer later. But okay, I'm gonna pull this back so you guys can see what I'm doing here. So we're just getting all these colors on, and not a ton. I want to, like I said, I want a little bit of that red peeking through, and you don't have to go all one direction. Actually, it's kind of good to go both directions on here. So let's get a little bit on the front. So just light hand, and where they're meeting, they're gonna give a little definition variance to the colors, creating new colors. And just make sure you get all around. If you miss a spot, it's okay. All right, so look at how this is looking. Isn't that pretty? Thank you, Dixie Belle. Isn't that nice? Okay, so, and then I have Peacock. So I'm using the same brush because I'm just kind of dabbing it off and going back into each color. That way I'm not using 12 brushes on this. and I don't have to clean up that many brushes, but and it doesn't really look like I'm getting any paint in here, so all good. So this is kind of a boho look. It could be kind of a oceany look if you add a little white to it. So see these colors here. Hi, Candy. All right, another person from Santa Rosa. So you can find Dixie Belle paint where I'm at Whistle Stop Antiques in Santa Rosa, or at Ray's Trading Company. I'm an elite retailer, which means I get to carry all the goodies by Dixie Belle, and I love all of them, so I use all of them, and I paint every single day, and it makes my life great, so I highly suggest it. All right, so we've got, yeah, I might actually use a little Voodoo over this just so I can show you guys how cool it looks. All right, so this is where we're at right now. Isn't that pretty? So we've got the rustic red, the rusty nail, antebellum blue, pure ocean, and peacock. So that is what that's looking like here. So I'm liking how that's looking already. I think I will dry it, and then I'm just gonna put a touch of the Temptress in the Voodoo gel stain and a touch of the White Magic by Dixie Belle. Thank you, Amanda. All right, so we'll do that. Let's just dry this real quick. It won't take long because it's a small project, so you won't be waiting forever. So here we go. Got something on here I gotta get off. Okay. This is just a heat gun. Don't hold it in one spot for too long. I'm gonna dry this piece real quick here. So this would be a great project for a class because you can just get some blow dryers or your heat gun and dry whatever boxes you have. Okay, so, oh, thank you guys for the hearts. Okay, it's drying fast, so bear with me for a second here. We're doing good. This Mandala stencil is going to look so nice on this. Okay. It's drying so fast. If you guys need to find a retailer, you can go to dixiebellepaint.com and click on the link that says find a local retailer. You can punch in your zip code and find someone that you can get paint from, or you can click on the link in the description of that video, or this video right here. Hello, Dinah from Texas. Almost dry, everybody. Okay. Yeah, I think I will use some Voodoo gel stain in just a second here, because we've got plenty of time. Okay. Pretty dry. Okay, that is all it takes. Hello, Judy from Louisiana. All right, so here's where we're at right now. I want to show you how cool it looks when you add a little bit of the Voodoo gel stain in the Temptress and the White Magic to this. I'm going to show you another thing that I did. I did a piece not too long ago on Chalk Paint 101, and I was practicing, and this is another thing. This is with sea glass and the red, and then the Temptress and the White Magic over it. So I'm going to show you how, thanks Dinah, I'm going to show you how to get this look, but we're using a little bit different colors this time. Just a thought, what if you had started with copper? That would look really pretty too, actually. I agree, you could use with the copper. Let me show you something really quick from last week's live. Hold on one second here. Last week, if you joined me, I did patina paints, and this guy didn't look so great online when I did it, but look how cute that turned out. This is the patina paint line from Dixie Belle, and this is the copper with the green and the iron with the green, okay? So that was for my live last week. And isn't that cute? Oh, thank you, Maureen. I'm getting huggy hearts. I love it. And this is the bronze with the blue patina paint. So these are sitting on my porch now. Well, not right now, but they were. They will be again after this. Aren't they cute? Thank you. Is it Sherry? Shari? All right, so yeah, get the patina paint. So much fun. All right, okay, back to it. So let me show you what I was about to show you. I'm gonna dampen my brush a little bit so it doesn't dry out here. So the Voodoo gel stain. Thank you, Dinah. Everybody's liking this stuff. Good, very cool. So I know that you can thin paint like 50-50 for any color to do a wash, but I love using the Voodoo gel stains because they have just this really neat sheen that happens when you put them over colors, and the white and the Temptress are my favorite. So we're gonna look at these and I'm gonna show you how this goes, okay? So we're gonna do the white first, and then we're gonna wipe it back with a lint-free cloth. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on a paper plate here. Doesn't take a whole lot. We're gonna put it on with a brush and we're gonna wipe it off with a lint-free cloth. You've been wanting to try it for 3 years. What, the patina, Stacy? You should try it. I did a video on it last week, so you need to try it. So much fun. Okay, so let's go in with our, you don't need a fancy brush. This is just a little chip brush here. Here is my Voodoo gel stain, and I'm gonna put a little bit of water on here. Instead of watering it down beforehand, you can just put a little bit of water on the surface. Okay, hi Connie from Waco. And I'm gonna just dry brush a little white on here. I'm not gonna do it in a lot of the spots because I want the center to really pop with the Mandala stencil, okay? So I'm just putting a little bit on here. Just dry brushing it on. See how this Voodoo looks on here though? Just gonna create a little bit more movement. Isn't that pretty? So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna wipe it off in a second here. Although I kind of like these stripes here, but a tiny bit in the center. And then I'll show you what the Temptress looks like on here. But isn't that cool? It's a different thing. Okay, let's put from here. I'm gonna put a little on the back. This is such a quick process. I just did this on a little kind of hutch, and I didn't even get the thing posted. I was just doing it live, and somebody bought it while somebody wanted it while I was doing the video. So people do like this look. Okay, so this is how it's looking. Now I'm gonna take a lint-free cloth. Let me turn this down here. Okay, see if you guys can see this. And then I'm just gonna kind of wipe it back. I'm gonna get it a little bit damp. I don't want it that prominent on here. So, oh, my paper towels are moving on me. I'm just gonna kind of wipe it back to give it kind of a wash look. So I don't want just white dry brush on here. I want it to look a bit washed. You can leave it a little darker in some areas if you want. Get it on the side here. So you need your little misting spray bottle to kind of thin it out. And then just wipe it back a bit. Ooh, this is looking really good. I don't know if I'm gonna add the Temptress, although I told you guys I would, so I might have to add a little bit, but these colors are looking pretty bananas together. I like it. And bananas is good, so. Okay, look at this. Isn't that pretty? What do you guys think about that? So as you wipe it back, kind of just gives it more of a wash. It kind of blends the colors a little bit. Thank you for the hearts. I just love this look. So wiping it back a little bit. Let me wipe it back a little bit on this side here. I think it's okay to leave it a little darker in some areas. Just gives it this really neat texture. I do sell the final products when finished, yes. So I paint furniture, I upcycle, I have a spot. Isn't that nice? Thank you, Stacy. Let's add just a tiny bit of the Temptress color, okay? But I'm really loving how this looks. Thank you, Linda. Isn't that nice? So yeah, lots of character. Okay, so that is how we're looking now. Let's just add a tiny bit of Temptress, okay? If we don't like it, we can cover it up. That's the beauty of paint. If you don't like it, you're not married to it. So, okay, let me get another little chip brush. And let's put a tiny bit. Now, since I wiped it back, most of this is pretty dry. I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of the Temptress because it's like my favorite color. Give it just a little more, just one more layer of color. Ooh, that's pretty. I don't know if you guys can see how that's going. See that Temptress color on there? Kind of put it up. Okay, you guys like that, good. My light, it's hard for me to tell if you guys can see this really well. But let's do a little bit more on here. And then we'll do the wash, kind of wipe it back a bit. But I really love using these Voodoos over paint. You can use the Voodoo gel stains either on raw wood, either over paint. You can use them as a wash. They are a stain, but they work really great with the paints. Oh, thank you, Stacy. Isn't that nice? So I need a little bit more because I'm actually loving this now that I have it on here. You never know unless you try. So thanks, Terry. Okay, let's get a little bit more on here. It's very like ocean inspired. Boho ocean is what I would call this. Is that a new thing? Somebody already invented that? I don't know. Thank you, Candy. It does look like the sea, right? I've got the clay color and then a really pretty turquoisey ocean. These are like my favorite colors right here. So, okay, let's show you that, and then I'll wipe it back. Used on plain wood, but a wash, yeah, it's really great. Add a touch more of white to the top. Okay, Stacy, we'll be interactive here. Let's add a little bit more white. I like suggestions, and let's see how it goes with a touch more white. Yes, the mermaid look. It's like mermaid tail. That actually is my favorite chalk paint color. But yeah, it is kind of a mermaid look. All right, let's see. Stacy wanted a little more white, so I'm gonna add a touch more white here. I'm not doing it really toward the center because I want the center to pop with our metallic mandala stencil. So let's do a little more white. Okay, I figured out how to see my comments better this week, so I can read everything you guys are saying, which makes me happy. I like this to be interactive. Okay, so that's, what do we think about that? A little more white. Let me wipe it back a tiny bit. Okay, so wipe it back a little bit here, although it's kind of nice like that. Just drag it across. I'll leave it a little bit in the corners. Oh yeah, that's good. So isn't that a fun finish? I mean, I don't even have to do anything to this. It already looks really, really good. Isn't that nice? And isn't it neat how that kind of rusty color is creeping through? You could put like a copper down and have the copper creeping through. That would be really nice if you use like the copper patina paint. You've done several of these. Yeah, these, I bet this would make a great gift, Pam. Somebody could use it as an art box. You'll take one instead of finding a box at an estate sale. Yeah, isn't this great? Okay, so let's dry this. Thank you, Cynthia. Let's dry this, and then we're gonna put the mandala stencil on here. And I'm gonna put my brushes in a plastic bag so they don't dry out real quick. And I'm in my kitchen, so bear with me for 1 second here. We're gonna dry it. So if you don't want your brushes to dry out, hi Jen, isn't that pretty? So if you don't want your brushes to dry out, just throw them in a plastic baggie and they won't dry out on you, okay? So hold on, we'll turn up so you can see all you here. And I've got my heat gun, we're gonna dry this. And then we're gonna go to the next step, putting our pretty stencil on here, okay? So let's do that. And the water-based gel stains dry super fast. Unlike the no paint gel stain, which you need to wait 72 hours before you do anything on top of. So the no paint or the Voodoo gel stains are so wonderful. If you are arriving late, let us know where in the world you are watching from. We are live on Dixie, Belle. If you're working on something cool, let us know what you're working on. And see how pretty this box is looking? Pull it back a little bit more. These colors are so good. Oh, thank you, Stacy. Stacy thinks I'm fab. I like it. Okay. Hi, Nikki from California. Hello from Virginia Beach. And if you're a retailer watching, tell us what your store is. Hello, Justin, or Justine. Hi, Justine from New York City, NYC. Okay, it's almost dry. Then we're gonna get to the fun stenciling. Hello, Melanie from Alabama. Hi, Sue Maxwell. All right. Super close. So, I think that's pretty good. All right, easy does it. You're painting a bedroom set in the silk and nautical. Awesome, Madison. I love the new silk line. I've painted several things in it. It's pretty fantastic. Okay, hello Karen from Wisconsin. All right, so here's where we're at. You guys, it's getting a glare from my overhead little lights here. So, hello, hi Valerie from Scotland. Yeah, this is just a silverware box here. So, there we go. Okay, so this is a story. Okay, let's see here. Let's go in with our stencil now. So let me tell you a little bit about the silkscreen stencils. So you get 3 different silkscreen stencils when you buy one package from Dixie Belle, okay? And they actually do have a little wire mesh screen built into these, which really helps prevent bleed through, and it gives you a super nice, clean stencil finish, okay? And I love using the Gemstone mousse on these. Just makes it pop and goes on really nice, and I like the impact. You just painted a silverware box in Haint Blue. I almost used Haint Blue on this, but I didn't think it would show up really well on the live. The lighter colors don't when you're gonna do a stencil on top, so that's why I didn't, but I love Haint Blue, one of my favorites. I'm going to use this mandala stencil on here, and we're gonna just put it right in the center. Now when you get these, you get this backing on them, and these do have an adhesive on them, so they will stick right down on your project, excuse me, and they, like I said, they do have a little screen in here, so we have a tool that comes with these, and if I can find it, I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, here it is. I put it out. So you get this in the package, and if you don't see it, go back and look at your package, because I promise it's in there. You just don't know that it's in there. So you have to look for it because it's kind of shoved down in with it. So you have this backing on here, and you're going to want to pull the backing off. Okay, so you pull that off, and then you've got the sticky back. So don't set it down on something where it's going to get a bunch of fibers on it. So be careful, be ready to use it when you want to use it. And then you're just going to center it on whatever or however you want to use it. You're going to put it on your project. So I'm not going to measure or anything. I'm just going to set it down. I'm usually pretty good at eyeballing these things. And it's got a detail around the edge that you could use as a trim detail. So just be aware of that. Let me push it down here and see what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got my stencil down. I like to press in the center and then go out. So get all the little bubbles out of it and just smooth it out with your hand. Okay, now we're gonna get our gemstone mousse. I'm gonna use a few different colors tonight. I'm gonna use the diamond color, which is silver. I'm gonna use the gold color, golden gem, which is gold. And then I'm going to tie in that kind of red tone with the garnet color. This is my favorite of these. So we're gonna do this. They are reusable. Colleen, about 10 times if you wash them well, and just some warm soapy water after you use them should take it right off. And then when you lay it down, don't lay it down with the sticky side down like on a paper towel, because it's gonna grab onto all of that. So if you're gonna lay it down like on a paper towel, lay it down with the side that you put the finish on. You're gonna wanna lay it down that way, okay? I've learned this 10 times, the sticky goes away. Yeah, you could probably add your own, Charlie's saying you can add your own adhesive after that. So if you get the adhesive that's the non-permanent adhesive from the craft store, I just use like the Elmer's brand, you can probably do that too, okay? So let's get going. I'm gonna do all 3 of these colors. Yes, okay, Colleen has it, good. And I'm just using little craft brushes, and then I will use the spatula that comes with it to kind of force the paint down into the stencil. Okay, that's what we want to do with that, because it is like a fine wire mesh in there. So let's do this red. I want this red color to be the most prominent. So when you're using the gemstone mousse, it is a different consistency than the paint. You're gonna wanna stir it up. If you find that it's too thick, just add a tiny bit of water to it and you're good to go, okay? So, but look at how thick it is on my brush here. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little bit off. And like I said, I could add a little water to that, but for the stencil, I'm not gonna worry about it. If you're using it on a piece of furniture or hardware, then I'd probably wanna thin it out a little bit. I've used this a lot, so. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I want a lot toward the center. So just paint it on where you want it. Like I said, I'm gonna use different colors. So I don't know if I'm gonna do this uniformly for different colors here. I don't think so. I think I wanna use multiple colors on each location. So kind of thinking out loud here. Okay. Oh, thank you, Dinah. I do lots of detail when I'm explaining. I try to think about, if I haven't used it before, what I would want to know, and I'm still probably leaving details out, but anyway, if you have any questions, let me know, shoot them my way, and I will try my best to answer. So see, I'm just putting it in all these various spots, and I am being a little forceful when I'm putting it on there to kind of force it down into the stencil. And it's sticking right on there. I mean, you can, you don't have to worry about it coming off. Yeah, the paisleys are really nice. So there's a nautical one, there's a boho one, which I've used on furniture. I love it. It has feathers on it, so I extra love it. There's a floral one. There's some that have like, oh gosh, there's several different ones. You can go to Dixie Belle and look at them if you want to see all of them. But Lots of fun stencils. Okay, so now let's use the diamond. This one, so the consistency of this one hasn't dried out on me very much. So you can see that this is definitely a little more liquidy, and there might be variance in how these are, and that's okay. So just, like I said, if you have to add a little water to it, that's fine. So I'm just going over, I'm gonna stir it up a little bit. Going over some different areas. Get the silver on here. And then I'm going to use some gold, and then we'll peel it up. Actually, we're going to smooth it out with that spatula. Make sure it gets nice and forced through all these little holes. And then we're going to use the gold. Okay, and I'm not using the amber tonight because I have the garnet, which is very red. So there is one more color called amber, which is kind of a copper color, which is beautiful. But I'm just going to use these three colors tonight. And I'm trying not to get it on my detail on the edge here. You can use the chalk mineral paint with these as well. Do not try to put the mud through them because you'll clog it up pretty well. You keep a large plastic under the bed to soak your stencils in. That is a good idea. Okay, hold on, I'm trying to read somebody's thing. Sherry is saying, okay, keep a large plastic under the bed box to soak. Okay. Okay, she did raised stenciling, but did you do raised stenciling with one of these, Sherry, or did you do it with a different stencil? Because I don't think you can use the mud through these, but I could be wrong, so let me know if I'm wrong on that. I think with the silk screen, it might be better to not use the mud, but let me know. Okay, I'm gonna just dab the gold in a couple other little spots here. And then we're gonna pull this up and see how it's looking. Actually, I'm gonna do the spatula next. Okay, I think I've gotten all the spots. What are we at here? Okay, we're still good on time. So let's get our little spatula here. Okay, I'm gonna turn this up so you guys can see. So I've got this spatula, it has all these different angles on it, but I'm just gonna pull it across. I'm not gonna pull it towards this detail because I don't want that on here. So make sure that you're aware of where that is. And just kind of scrape across the surface. We're gonna force the gemstone mousse down in all these areas. And then we're gonna pull this up, see how it looks. Okay. And you might not need to be this forceful with it, but I want it to look good, so. And very thorough. And try not to go around your edge, because then you're gonna have some around the edge. And when you have all these colors blended, it's harder to cover it up. So, okay, I think that's pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna put this up here so you can see it. And let's see how we're looking. Look at that. All right. Okay, I'm going to set my stencil down here. I could put that plastic backing on it, but look at how nice that looks. Oh, look at all those hearts. You guys like it. Isn't that pretty? Let me pull this light over here, so hopefully you might be able to see it a little better. Right. There we go. Isn't that nice? Thank you guys for all the hearts. Looks pretty good, right? Yeah, I'm liking how this box is looking. So now we've tied in all of these colors here with the box, and it makes it more special. Wow, you guys really like this. Thank you for the hearts there. Okay, so See how that is? And then the metallic makes it look really cool. And yeah, I'm liking this. So it's just a fun little project that you can do. And then we've got, you know, we can put our paint brushes in there. So look, you can throw a paintbrush in. You've got all these little spots up here that you could hook them in. Not gonna hook very well right now for me, but anyway, kind of fun, right? So yeah, get one of these boxes and paint it, and then get a stencil of your choice and put that on there. Dixie Belle is coming out with a bunch of really cool transfers. If you haven't seen them, then there's a link on my page, The Painted Feather by Angie. I just shared a really great video that shows all the new transfers coming out. We have decoupage papers coming out. So many really exciting products. So if you don't already like my page or follow my page, I would appreciate if you go over and do that. If you need to get Dixie Belle paint products, you can go to dixiebellepaint.com and find a local retailer, or you can click on the link in the description of this video. Thank you for joining me. I'm here every Monday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 9 p.m. on the East Coast. And thanks for watching tonight. Hope to see you next week. And I will be on Chalk Paint 101 tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 4 p.m. on the East Coast. So go paint something. It can be a simple little silverware box that ends up looking really fabulous. I'll post pictures of this on my page so you can kind of get a better view of it. And I think it's looking good. So, all right, everyone, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.